Hello guys, this is Midwest Fish Keeper. It has been over 4 years since I uploaded any type of update on this saltwater fish tank, or really any type of content on this channel. Now I have a couple videos that I've found that went over the past 3 years of changes to the saltwater tank, and here it is at its current state. I still have my original clownfish that I've had for a long time, since the start of this tank actually, and he's still thriving. I just got a Wyoming white clownfish right down there, and I have a clown goby up top. He is being a bully at the second and is chasing these fish, so either both of these fish have to get rehomed or he has to get rehomed eventually. I just gotta see if this aggression calms down. Now let's change this tank, and this tank is currently overcrowded full of turf algae. It was introduced on 6 frags that I got from someone, and it had a little bit of this turf algae on it, and since then it has really taken over this tank, and I've been battling with it. I haven't really been taking care of the best of this tank, but I have kept it going. As you see right here, I have a rose bubble tip anemone. I have green star polyps all over this tank. I have a Goniopora that is supposed to be up there, and I have another zoanthid colony that's supposed to be right there. They fell off their frags. The super glue kind of gets all nasty and it falls off after a while if I bump it by accident. So I just have to glue those back on. But so far this tank's still doing good. It's still kicking. I have a reef breeders light on there. This spring or early summer, there's a tornado warning, and I had my windows open, so I had to stay at a different place, and I had to wait till the tornado warning went away, and then I came over here to find that my old SB Reef light started smoking. So the wind and the rain through the window got into the SB Reef lights and ended up smoking the light and basically destroying it. If I wasn't there any earlier, who knows what would have happened. But I caught it as soon as I got home, and I had to quickly find another light. So yeah, here is the tank, and I also have another tank which I will show an update on. But first we're gonna go over the past 3 years of this tank and any leftover videos and voiceovers that I have. So here, this is from July of 2019. This is kind of the peak of the tank. Most of these corals have since long gone. That red cardinal fish and orchid dotty back and that clownfish lived in that tank for many years. Both of the orchid dotty back and the cardinal have passed away, but they lived in there for easily 3 to 4 years. So they lived good lives out in this tank. Here, this is July of 2022, and I got a captive bred Mandarin Dragonet and a Rainford's goby. I wanted to try my hand at these in the 29-gallon, but quickly found out that both these fish are way too small to be in with the clownfish and way too fragile. So the goby unfortunately did not make it, but the Mandarin I still have today, and I've had him for over 2 years now, and I keep him on a really good diet. I feed him live baby brine shrimp every single day, and I turn the pumps off for a couple of hours to make sure he eats. He's grown significantly, and he has changed a ton, which is really cool. And I'm glad I've been able to care for him. Definitely the most difficult fish I've ever kept. Now back to my 29-gallon. This is 2023, and this is some really interesting video of some starfish that I had just entering my tank somehow, and they just really went crazy in population, and I caught them for about a couple months doing water changes. They would spawn after I did a water change, and it was really crazy. They'd all go to the top of like the tallest peaks in the rockwork or out of the rocks, and they'd crawl up to the tallest points, and they'd arch their body and release white liquid into the water and turn the whole tank really, really cloudy. And I thought this was really interesting to see, and I've never seen anything like it. And it only happened for about 3 to 4 months out of the 3 years so far since the last update, and it's never happened since. So I don't know why they stopped, but it was a very interesting time period. So this was in June 2023, and after the orchid daddy back and my red cardinal fish passed, I no other fish in the tank besides the clownfish, so I ended up getting a blenny. He was at the fish store, definitely not a bicolor, some really interesting species, for like $35. Thought it was an absolute steal. Amazing fish. I had him for only a year though before he passed. So full of personality, but the one downside is all these corals you see in this tank, he ate every single one of them. I was gone for a week, and I came back and he nipped all these to death. Picked them all apart, and my tank was bare corals because of him. Here, this was 7 months later in January of 2024, and all my corals are gone besides my green star polyps, my goniopora, and the rasa zoanthids. He has eaten everything, but I loved him too much, and I just couldn't get rid of him. So this is when my captive bred mandarin was shipped to me in July of 2022. As you can see here in this video, this was my mandarin in June of 2023. You can see how absolutely small he is, less than an inch big. Even when I first bought him, way smaller and malnourished with a sunken in stomach. Just was not doing well. And this is him, a year later. Now this is him a second year from now. And this is September of 2024. So I've had him in my care for going on 2 years now. He's grown a ton. He's gotten bigger. Now he's about an inch or more, and he's got a longer tail fin to him. And like I said, all I do is turn the pumps off when I come home from work. Feed some baby brine shrimp from a whole bee container. And then I turn the pumps on when I go back to bed. And that's it. And that's how I've been able to keep him alive. He's fat and healthy, and he's doing really well. Also, we cannot forget about my 40-gallon hex build, which is my last video that I took about 3 years ago. From there, those fish I switched out and turned it into a Burchardi colony. I had 8 Burchardi in there, which bred and all had babies, and there's rocks full, but I only have a tiny video of just the fry and 1 Burchardi. That tank ended up getting scrapped and sold. So I do not have the 40 hex anymore. I think the last time I had it was in 2022. So that's the story of my 29-gallon bow front, the 10-gallon mandarin tank, and the 40-gallon Burchardi tank, or the hex build. Here is the look of it, and it's slowly coming back. Looks good. I'm happy that my mandarin has grown so much, and this tank, I've kept them going and I've kept them cared for. And yeah, that's it, guys. I'll update you again.